Taoiseach, Donald Trump is very dangerously banging the drums of war against Iran, enthusiastically supported by Saudi Arabia, a nasty little dictatorship, and Israel, big dictatorship, and Israel, seeking to isolate Iran, impose sanctions and escalate a dangerous conflict in the Middle East. Now, many countries, rightly, who are signatories of the nuclear deal with Iran are rejecting what Donald Trump is saying and saying that that deal should be maintained. And I think it is important in this context that we put our colours out, if you like, and where we stand in this. And one way we could do that is by restoring an Irish embassy in Iran. This is something that, independent of the current situation, has been called for by the Irish Sheep and Farmers Association. Certainly the Iranians are very keen on it, and indeed have even offered, I understand, to actually provide the building in Tehran for an Irish embassy. All they want is diplomats to be sent over. And I just want to say, you know, Iran has very many questions to answer about its policies in Syria and other parts of the Middle East. But we have embassies with many questionable regimes. The Saudis, for example, Israel, who has refused to sign the nuclear non-proliferation treaty, which Iran has signed. So I think it is important, as this conflict is being escalated by Trump, we send out a message that we are not trying to engage in this confrontation with Iran, and re-establishing an Irish embassy in Tehran would be one way to do that, as well as having economic benefits for this country.
The government very much supports the Iran nuclear agreement. It's an agreement that we believe has helped to stabilise that region, has slowed down, if not stopped, Iran's nuclear enrichment programme, and we're very much aligned with our EU allies, France and Germany and the United Kingdom, in their support for that agreement. And I think the Trump administration has made a policy mistake in residing from that agreement, and I'm sure this is something that we'll be discussing next week in Bulgaria at the informal meeting of EU heads of state and government. Tehran is one under consideration. Again, we had an embassy there for a very long time. It was one of the ones that was shut during the financial crisis, and it is one of the locations under consideration for an embassy into the future. It's very much an expanding economy, a very big population, and an expanding regional power. So it's one that's definitely on the list for consideration.